All right, so to get this started, this class is definitely going to be a good amount of hip opening. We're taking this toward Tittibhasana or Firefly, if you know the pose by either name. If you don't remember the pose, don't sweat it. I'll go through a long demonstration once we get to that point. But it requires a lot of strengthening and a lot of opening through the hips. So definitely get into the thighs, the hamstrings quite a bit as well. You are definitely going to feel this by the end of the class, so just have that in mind. I got 2 demonstrations before we start. So once we get to the main part of the flow here, we're going to start this out with a series of frog hops from your downward facing dog. So just to set this up, and keep in mind, this doesn't have to be too dramatic hopping this forward. You can take it toward inversion. You don't have to take it all the way there. But the big thing is, start from this position, hop forward, and all I want you to do is come forward, land on your toes with your heels up, and keep your knees out wide. So coming into this, take a look at my feet. Now this is basically the lighter version of this. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, just look forward, hop this forward, land on your toes, and my feet maybe came about 6 inches up off the floor. So you want to just be sure you're pressing your hands. You're going to stay light, bounce into your legs a little bit like shock absorbers, all right? Then just step it right back. We're going to do it 3 times each round. If you want to take it to the other extreme, toward inversion, then you're just going to pull the heels in toward your butt, basically. You'll take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop forward, push down, and work to land this as lightly as you can. Now again, we're going to take it back and forth 3 times. So with the first 2 hops, just be ready to step right back. With the third one, we'll stay forward, and then we'll set up to move into the rest of Vinyasa from there. And that's how we're going to begin each sequence today. So just work that as best you can. At the end of the sequence, we are going to take this into an arm balance, and first I'm going to cue this into crow as usual, and then you're going to have the option to take this in toward the flying lizard setup. Now I recommend at least moving into the setup for flying lizard, because what it's going to require is a lot of engagement through the inner thigh of one of your legs, because you're going to wrap around one of your arms, and that's what you're going to need once we come into Firefly. So it's going to help out once we come to that point. If you want to take that even further, you can take it halfway toward your Firefly shape. So as usual with crow, you're going to set your hands down about shoulder width, dig your fingertips down into the mat, lift your heels, bring the knees to the upper arms, and then look forward, lean forward, just go slow, lift your feet up together, toes to touch, heels to your seat. And then immediately after that, I'm going to set my feet down and go right into the flying lizard setup. So from here, it's almost crow. You're going to wrap one of your legs around one of your arms. So my left leg's around my left arm, left foot between your hands from the front, and the right knee goes to my right arm from behind. Set both hands down flat. And then before you do anything else, lift the front foot. And when you lift, squeeze into that arm with the leg that's wrapped around. Look forward, lean forward, just go slow, and lift the back foot as well. This is plenty right here. And that engagement with that wrapped front leg is what you're looking for. So if your hips are tight, this is definitely going to be a lot. Just hold on to that as much as you can. And if you're able to take things further, you might be able to unwrap that front leg, but still hold that tension and come into sort of this half Firefly thing where you're extending the leg forward. And if your hips aren't all that open, I have a tough time coming into that variation, keep in mind. But just work it as best you can. It's worth moving toward if you're more open, if that flying lizard setup isn't too challenging for you. Then there's always a direction to take things toward. And if the half Firefly thing is just a bit too much right now, don't worry about it. Just keep your leg wrapped, keep the leg squeezing in, and you're going to get all the benefit that you want out of that before we come into Firefly at the very end of class. So just have that in mind as well. So all that said, let's go ahead and get this started in a seat. So bring yourself down to the front of the mat, and just to see it, we're all on the same page. You can take this cross-legged with the right leg in first and then the left leg in front, and just set it up so you're actually able to sit up tall with your hands up off the floor. So you should be able to tilt the pelvis forward enough that there's not a whole lot of effort to stay upright. So that might mean you need to pull the knees out wider or let the feet go forward. And if you want to take this a little bit deeper into some hip opening from the beginning, you can actually cross the legs in a double pigeon shape. Now for that, you bring the left ankle onto the right thigh, and just keep the toes of the left foot curled. Now you'll see here I got a big gap between my left knee and my right foot, and that's fine. As long as you can stay upright, stay level with both sit bones down. But keep that top leg, the left leg tense, keep the toes curled. And then wherever you set this up, just bring your fingertips down onto the floor at your sides, just enough to keep you stable. You're not really pressing into your hands. And then engage this, pulling through the belly around the low ribs to keep yourself upright. Reach the top of the head straight up, pull your chin in just a little bit. Be sure you can relax the shoulders down. And just close your eyes. So just take a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then check in with your position here with the eyes closed. So try to relax around the hips as best you can, but if in double pigeon, keep that left leg relatively tense. And then hold the engagement through the midsection, through the belly, around the low ribs. Keep your spine tall, and be sure the shoulders are relaxed and your neck stays long. When you're ready, start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pull in as much air as you can. Fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top. And when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this to begin. Now when you're ready, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just open your eyes. And then just set your hands behind you, lean back, reverse the cross. Bring your left leg in first, right leg in front. And if you're going to take that double pigeon shape, bring the right ankle over your left thigh, curl the toes. And either way, be sure you can still sit this upright without a whole lot of extra effort. And then just take this slow. So with your next inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reaches up high again. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, through center again. Inhale, reaches up high. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Now with the exhale this time, lean to the right. Bring the right hand to the floor. Stretch your left arm right and bring your gaze up high. Pull that left shoulder back and just breathe here. With your next inhale, bring it back to center. Reach up high. And then with the exhale, lean this left hand down. Stretch your right arm left, gaze up high. And just hold. Pull that right shoulder back. With your next inhale, bring it back up to center. Reach high. Now with the exhale, just bring the hands down to center. And we're going to take this into kind of a strange little twist. So go ahead, slide the right foot past your left leg. So bring the leg over and just come to the outside edge of the right foot. And we're coming sort of close to toward the Lord of the Fishes, but not quite. So keep the outside edge of the right foot down. Bring your left hand to your right knee. And go ahead, let the right sit bone lift as you need to, but turn your chest open to the right. Reach your right arm wide. So it's going to be a little bit of a twist and a little bit of a side bend at the same time. So take an inhale here. Now with the exhale, reach up and over. Bring that left shoulder down toward your right foot. And then with your next inhale, come back upright and reach this out wide. Exhale, right arm up and over, left shoulder toward the right foot again. Inhale, bring this back upright. And then with the exhale, reach up and over, left shoulder toward the right foot. Hold here, stretch that right arm long, and keep looking up and just breathe. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring the hands down behind you, lean back, and reverse the cross. So bring the right leg in first, and then the left ankle goes past your right thigh, outside edge of the left foot down to the floor. And again, go ahead and let the sit bone lift. That left sit bone may come up off the floor, and that's fine. Right hand to your left knee, open to your left side, reach your left arm out wide. And back and forth from here, take an inhale. Now with the exhale, reach up and over, right shoulder down toward that left foot. Inhale, come back upright, reach your left arm out wide. And then with the exhale, reach this up and over, bring the right shoulder down toward your foot again. Inhale, bring it back upright one more time. And then with the exhale, left arm up and over, right shoulder toward your left foot. Hold here. Draw that left shoulder back, keep looking up, keep breathing. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Bring yourself upright, both hands behind you, uncross your legs. And then with your feet on the floor, just go ahead and lightly fold your knees side to side, just to loosen things up. And then go ahead, bring your knees into center, set your feet down flat, about hips width distance. And then hands behind the shoulders, about shoulder width, fingertips point out to the sides. But just press into the floor, lift your seat up off the mat. And then just loosen this up. So go ahead, crab walk this to the back of the mat. Let your weight shift right and left. And then from the back of the mat, walk this forward. And don't think too hard while you're doing this. Just take it back and forth. And once you make it to the front, walk this all the way back again. And then from the back of the mat, walk it forward. Now, once you make it to the front of the mat this time, just walk it back, come into the center of the mat, set yourself down. And then once you're down, take a moment, shake your hands out a little bit, loosen up your fingers, loosen up your wrists. And let's take this into reverse tabletop. So feet in front of you, hips width distance, hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width. Now, if you can, point the fingertips forward. If you need to back off, fingertips at the sides. Either way, press into the floor, lift your seat up off the mat. And let's take this up and down. So with an inhale, press your hips up high, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift your hips again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then exhale, lower. Now inhale, press up one more time and hold here. Keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting. You can look forward, look up, or hang your head back, but keep the tension, keep that lift. And take it further. Dig into your heels, try to pull them toward your hands to engage more tension to the back line of your body. And just breathe here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, come all the way down. Now once you're down, again, take a moment, just shake your hands out a little bit. And I want you to start to tense up the front a bit more. So I want you to take hold of your knees, pull them into your chest, squeeze in tight, and lean back enough that you can take your weight off your feet and just balance this in your sit bones. So we're taking this toward boat, keep in mind. Now stay engaged, press your low back forward, try to keep your spine vertical and upright as much as you can. Close that gap between the thighs and your torso. And then just try to hold that tension right where your legs actually join your hips, but release your hands and keep this upright. And then see about taking this further, bring your shins toward parallel with the floor. Now we're going to go back and forth from this position, lowering and lifting you, and just trying to come up as high as you can and as tall as you can through your spine. But go ahead, lean back, sink down toward halfway, extend your legs, and then pull back up and try to sit this up tall. And then again, lean back, come about halfway down, pull back in, back to center. Again, lean back, extend your legs, just take it to where you can, and then bring it back up, pull the legs in tight. Lean this back again toward halfway, and then pull back in and stay tall. Now bring it back one more time, hold here, keep your gaze forward, keep the tension, keep breathing. And then one more time, pull in with the thighs in close. And then we're going to loosen this up further. So we're going to back and forth from this position of kneeling. We'll take the first round slow. So right foot behind your left leg. And then roll forward, right shin down, left foot down. Now lean inside the left leg. You can set your hands down if you need to, but come up to kneeling. Once you're up, squeeze your glutes and press the hips forward. And then come down with care. Round your spine, pull your belly in, set your seat down light, and bring it back to boat with your legs together. Take it on the other side, left foot behind your right leg. Left shin down, right foot down. You can use your hands, but lean forward, bring it up, squeeze your glutes and press the hips forward at the top. Pull back in, round your spine, take it down light, and bring your legs together. Now we'll keep moving back and forth, and if you can, try to reach forward so you don't have to set the hands down. So right foot behind your left leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift, hips forward at the top, pull back in, round your spine, and bring it back to boat. And if the hands are necessary, that's fine. Left foot behind your right leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift, hips forward at the top, pull back in and round, and take it back down, come back to boat. Right foot behind your left leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift, hips forward at the top, pull back in, round your spine, and bring it back down, come into boat. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift, hips forward at the top. Pull back in, round your spine, and bring it back to boat. Right foot behind the left leg again, roll forward, lean forward, lift, hips forward at the top. Pull back in, round your spine, and bring it back to boat. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift, hips forward at the top. Pull back in and round, and bring it back down, come back to boat. Right foot behind your left leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift, hips forward at the top. Pull back in, round your spine, and come back to boat. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift, hips forward at the top. Pull back in, round your spine. Now take it back to boat and just hold. Now as you hold, draw the thighs in close again, sit this up tall. And if you can take it further, maybe lift your feet up a little bit more, maybe a lot. Maybe reach the arms straight up again. Try to stay tall. Keep yourself upright. Keep the thighs pulled in close. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands. And just come into all fours. Go ahead and move around. Now stretch your hands, stretch your fingers with the shoulders and hips move side to side and just feel things out. Loosen up your spine. And just feel out where you loosen, where you're tight. Now bring yourself into center, come into all fours, and let's take this into the wrists. So go ahead and slide the hands in close. So maybe about one hand's length forward your knees. Keep them shoulder width, palms down. Rotate your fingertips out to the sides and then toward your knees. Come as far in that rotation as you can with both hands. Now set your hands flat, spread the fingers out wide, dig your fingertips down and grip the mat. And then to take it further, go ahead, bring your knees out wider than your hips and point the toes in towards center. You can keep your seat low here. Now work to keep your arms straight and keep your fingertips digging down. So grip the floor as much as you can. Keep the hands active like that. And maybe just stay here. You can circle the shoulders or the wrists, and that might be enough, but keep the tension in your hands. Now if you're able to take it further still, just bring this into center with the arms straight. And then just start to move one leg at a time. So as you're gripping, extend your right leg back over to the left side, touch the big toe down, and then bring this back into center. And then left big toe over to the right. And then come back to center here. Right big toe over to the left again, still gripping the floor. Bring this back to center. Left big toe over to the right again. And then come back to center. One more time. Right big toe over to the left. Back to center here. One more time with the left big toe over to the right. And then come back to center. And then come up onto your fingertips. And keep the hands close, but bring the knees together and bring the feet together as well. And the hands are still going to be about one hand's length forward and about shoulder width. Now this time, flip your hands over, backs of the hands down, palms up. The fingertips point toward the midline of the mat. And with your fingers spread wide, slide the hands together to interlace your fingers. Now keep the palms open, fingers spread wide, fingertips pressing down. Flatten your hands as best you can. You can bend the elbows as much as you need to, but try to straighten the arms up as much as you can. You can always bring the hands in even closer. Now keep that tension in the hands. And maybe just stay here. You can just sway the shoulders lightly side to side, and that might be plenty. Just take the level of tension that suits you here. But if you're able to take it further, press the fingertips down and see about shifting the weight to the right knee. And maybe extend the left leg straight back. Now that might be too much, or you can take it there to see where you want to go. Now see about opening up the left hip. So point the toes left, lift that left hip above the right, hold. You can always bend the elbows, but keep your fingertips pressing down. And then to take it further, see about pulsing that left foot higher. I'll take it slow. So from here, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the left knee back down. And then take the other side. So still press into the fingertips, shift the weight left. Extend the right leg back, just go slow. Now try to open up that right hip, stack it above the left toes, point right, hold here. And then if you want to pulse, slowly again, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring the right knee down. Now release that. Come back up onto the fingertips down, just sitting on your heels. And just take a moment, really shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. Now once the hands are ready, come back to all fours. And then from all fours, we'll warm things up further and take this into the hips a bit more. So wristing the shoulders and knees underneath the hips just to set this up. Now tuck the toes of both feet. With your toes tucked, hover your knees up off the mat, just about an inch or so. And then press back and sink your seat toward your heels. Now we'll take this back and forth, just stepping back and forth and then coming back to this position, but we'll take the first round slow. So when you're ready, right foot forward outside the right hand. Now lift the right hand, pull your left leg through all the way. And then pull back in, right hand comes down, left foot back, right foot back, sink back to your heels. Now on the other side, left foot forward outside your left hand, lift the left hand, pull the right leg all the way through, and then pull back, left hand down, right foot back, left foot back, and sink back to the heels. And then we'll take it faster. Right foot outside the right hand, pull your left leg through, pull back, sink all the way back down. Left foot forward, pull your right leg through, and then pull back and sink down all the way. Right foot forward, pull the left leg through, pull back, and then sink back down. Left foot outside your left hand, pull the right leg through, pull back again, sink all the way down. Right foot outside the right hand, pull your left leg through, pull back in, sink all the way down. Left foot outside your left hand, pull the right leg through, pull back in, and sink back down. Last round, right foot outside the right hand, pull your left leg through, pull back in, sink down all the way. Left foot outside your left hand, pull your right leg through, pull back in, sink all the way down. And then go bring your knees down to the floor. Take a moment here just to move and breathe. Now you can just stay here and breathe and take a little break if you like. Maybe you want another stretch before we move on, and that's fine. But whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and bring this up into downward facing dog. Now, once you move into down dog, just take a look at how you set this up. So hands about shoulder width distance apart. Flatten your palms so you can feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs. And then sink your chest down low. Now, as your chest sinks down, press your hips up as high toward the ceiling as you can and keep that upward reach of the hips. So pulling through the belly around the low ribs. And engage your core to help lengthen your spine, press the hips up even higher. Now, if your legs are tight, if the hamstrings are tight, let it go. You can always bend your knees, and that's fine. Maybe to stay loose, you can pedal this out and move around. When you're ready, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step to the front of the mat. Let's take a ragdoll fold. Now, feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs, let your head hang, let your spine round. And just let everything go long and loose here and let the muscles of your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows if you like and maybe shake this side to side. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin. And then just restack your spine. So slowly round this up to standing, bring your head up last. And just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready here, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. So take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine. Put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly. And then release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift this up halfway. Fingertips to the floor or to your shins. Lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat and step this back to high plank. Now find your shape. Resink the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling and keep that lift. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Keep your body in line. Pull the elbows into your sides and lower with control all the way down to your belly. Now once you're down, flatten the feet up behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. And let's take this up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time. Now just stay lifted like this. Keep the lift in your upper body. Press into your feet. Take some more all the way out of your hands. Elbows at your sides. Pull the shoulders back. Keep your gaze forward. And lift up a little bit higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll it down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. Press the palms down to the floor. And let's take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward. Let your hips hang. Stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active. Work to lift your knees up from the mat. Take it further. Kick your feet down. Squeeze your glutes and pull the hips forward to help deepen and lengthen the arc all through the front. Now lift up with the arms. Lift with your shoulders. Keep your neck long. Keep your chest pulling forward. And then take an inhale. Exhale. Pull your belly in. Hips up high. Back to down dog. Now paddle out here for a moment. Let your hips move side to side. Now with your downward facing dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And then open up the hips. So bend the right knee, scorpion here. Hang that right foot left. Let your body twist. Feel that hip open up. Try to stack the right hip above the left. With your next inhale, straighten the right leg, three-legged dog. And with the exhale, just bring that foot to the floor. Take the other side. Inhale your left leg high. Now bend your left knee, hang the left foot right, scorpion dog. Now open up to that twist. Try to stack the hips, reach the big toe down toward the floor on your right side. Inhale, straighten your left leg, three-legged dog. And then with the exhale, bring that foot down. Now from downward facing dog into those hops, there's going to be 3. And you can keep it low or take it up high, but press in your hands, land lightly here. And if you're landing on a wood floor, you should be able to do this with no noise. On the toes, heels lifted. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop this forward. And then step it back and bring your hips up high. 2 more, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop forward. Step it back again, hips up high. 1 more time, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop this forward. Now this time stay at the front. Bring the right foot between your hands, slide the left foot back, low lunge. And we're going to take it down lower. So left knee down, left foot flat behind, sink your hips down, press them forward. And then when you're ready, open this up. With an inhale, reach the arms up high. Now reach up and back, gaze up high, but let your hips sink low to the front of the mat. And find that stretch on the left side, all that lengthening from the left knee through to the shoulders. Now just breathe here, keep the gaze up high, try to sink in deeper. Hold on to your shape, take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bring the hands behind your head, interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows wide, pull the shoulders further back, keep your gaze up toward the ceiling and keep your chest open. And we're just going to take it further, working from that right leg. So press into your right foot, lean this further back. And then bend deeper into the right knee and sink this down and forward. Again, press into your right foot, lean this further back. Bend deep into your right knee, sink this down and forward. One more time, press into your right foot, lean this further back, hold here. Now keep your chest open, keep your gaze up high, kick into the left foot, squeeze the glutes. Now with an inhale, just bring your torso upright, look forward, hands to your hips. Now everything stacks to vertical from the left knee up. And we're going to take this into a half split position. So straighten your right leg, toes toward the ceiling, slide the heel forward till the leg straightens out completely. Now keep the hips squared, press into the right heel, rotate that big toe towards center at least a little bit, pull the right hip back, left hip forward, look for the tension of the back of the right leg. Now you're going to have to balance this, keep in mind. So push the right heel down, kick into your left foot, and then we'll take this to a vertical twist. So with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward, open to the side and keep your torso upright. Inhale, back to center, arms up high. Exhale, twist again, right arm back, left arm forward. Now inhale to center, reach this up high. Exhale, one more time, right arm back, left arm forward and hold. Now keep your chest open to the side, dig into that right heel, pull the right hip back. And hold your twist, but take a half bind, right arm behind your back, palm facing away. Keep that shoulder pulled back. Now, the right shoulder stays back, but look forward toward your left hand. And as you press into the right heel, rotate the big toe towards center. And then start to reach forward with that left hand and lean as far forward as you can. You don't have to take it too deep. This is going to take a deeper stretch on the back of the right leg. Right shoulder stays pulled back, right heel still pressing down, left hip still pulling forward. Keep breathing. Now with an inhale, slowly bring yourself back upright, square everything forward. Both hands to your low back, palms face away, fingers spread wide. Keep your chest open, keep your shoulders pulled back. Now good, bend the right knee, set the right foot flat. Bring the weight forward to your right foot. And then tuck your the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee. And we're going to balance this. When you're ready, bring it forward onto the right foot and let the left leg lift. Now we're taking this toward a warrior three. Keep your hips level, keep your lifted body in one long line. And you can always stay here close to vertical. Now if you need to, go ahead and bend the right knee. But maybe hinge from the right hip and come down lower toward parallel with the floor. Shoulders stay back, chest stays open, keep your gaze forward, keep your hips level, and keep breathing. Now from here, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, both hands down, left knee to your chest, curl in, round your spine. Now you're still standing on that right foot. I'm going to set this up so that we can open to revolved half moon. So stay low like this. Your left hand's going to stay down, forward to the right foot, but over to the left, lean to your left side. And then let's take it back and forth. So with an inhale, raise your right arm high, extend the left leg straight back. Exhale, curl in. Inhale the right arm high and left leg back. Exhale, curl in again. Inhale, right arm high, left leg back. Exhale, curl this in. Inhale, right arm high, left leg back. And then exhale, curl in. Inhale the right arm high, left leg back. Exhale, curl in one more time. Inhale the right arm high, left leg back, and hold here, revolved half moon. Now keep the right shoulder lifted. You can always bend the right knee. Maybe straighten that leg if you can, look right. And if you want to take it further, you can bind it. You can bend the left knee, reach with your right hand. And if you find that left foot kick into your hand, let this pull your shoulder further back and deepen the twist. Just breathe. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. Now when you're ready from that fold, take an inhale, lift up halfway. And then with the exhale, set your hands, we'll take it to crow, palms down. Grip the floor with your fingers, lift your heels, and bring the knees to touch your arms. Look forward, lean forward, take it slow. And as you're gripping, lean so that the feet lift together, toes to touch, heels to your seat. Now coming to that flying lizard setup, bring the feet down. And then the right leg wraps around your right arm, right foot between your hands from the front, both palms down. Left knee touches your left arm from behind, just like crow. Now before you do anything else, lift the right foot and squeeze the right arm with that leg. Look forward, lean forward to lift your left foot, and this might be good enough right here. Keep that right leg squeezing. Now, if you want to take it toward that half firefly, go slow. See about extending that right leg forward. Try to point through the toes. That right thigh is still squeezing in toward your arm. And then from wherever you are, go ahead, take it through your vinyasa when you're ready. Step it back, fly it back, whatever you like. And once you find it down dog, give yourself a moment. Just paddle out and breathe. All right, let's take all that to the other side. So when you're ready with an inhale, raise your left leg high. And move into that scorpion dog right away. Bend your left knee, hang your left foot right. Now work to open up your hips and stack them left above right. Let your body twist. With your next inhale, straighten the left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that foot down. And then inhale the right leg high. Bend the right knee, move into your scorpion on this side. Hang that right foot left. Work to stack your hips, feel your body twist. With your next inhale, straighten the right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, set the foot. Now back into those frog hops again. There's going to be three. Pressing your palms, land your toes, land this light. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop it forward. Step it back, hips up high. 2 more times, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop this forward. And then step it back, hips high. 1 more time, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop forward. And this time, stay at the front. Into low lunge, left foot between your hands, right foot slides straight back. And then take it lower. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Sink your hips down, press them forward. And then once you're ready, with an inhale, open up and reach this up high. Now reach up and back, gaze up high. Let your hips sink low to the front of the mat. And feel that length on the right side this time, from the right knee all the way through to the shoulders. And just breathe into this here. Now hold your shape, take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bring the hands behind your head again. Interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows wide, pull your shoulders back. Keep looking up and keep your chest open. Now work it further with your left leg. Press into your left foot, lean this farther back. Bend deep in your left knee, sink this down and forward. Again, press into your left foot, lean this farther back. Bend deep into your left knee, sink this down and forward. 1 more time, press in your left foot, lean this further back, hold here. Keep your chest open, keep looking up, kick into the right foot, squeeze your glutes. With an inhale, just bring your torso upright, look forward. Hands to your hips. And everything stacks to vertical from the right knee on up this time. Now come into that half split setup. Straighten your left leg, heel to the floor, toes point up. Dig into the left heel, rotate the big toe toward the midline. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward, keep your hips squared, keep your feet pressing down. And then from the vertical twist, with an inhale, reach the arms up high. With the exhale, left arm back, right arm forward, open up to your left side. Inhale back to center, reach the side. Exhale, twist again, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale back to center, arms up high. Exhale 1 more time, left arm back, right arm forward, hold your twist. Dig into the left heel, pull the right hip forward. Take your half bind, left arm behind your back, palm face away. Keep that left shoulder pulled back. So you're going to hold your twist, but look forward toward your right hand. Now start to reach forward with the right hand, maybe lean into this. But left shoulder still pulled back, left heel still digging down into the floor. Keep breathing, just look for that stretch on the back of the left leg. You got to use your feet, press them into the floor to hold your balance. All right, slowly bring yourself back upright. Square your chest forward. Both hands to the low back. Palms open, fingers spread wide, shoulders back, elbows wide. And then once you're ready, bend the left knee, set the left foot flat. Lean your weight to the left foot. And then tuck the toes of your right foot, lift your right knee up off the floor. Now into Warrior 3. Once you're ready, come forward onto that left foot and lift the right foot up off the mat. Keep your lifted body in line. You can keep yourself at a diagonal, and that's fine. Or maybe hinge from the left hip and come toward parallel with the floor. Now be sure that right hip's level with the left. The hips square as you feel the glutes on the right side working. Shoulders pulled back, gaze forward, keep breathing, keep your balance. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring both hands down and curl in. Pull the right knee to your chest. Now once you curl in, just bend your left knee, stay low. And we're setting this up for that revolved half moon again. So your right hand stays down, forward to the left foot, but over to the right. Lean to your right side. And let's take it back and forth. Inhale the left arm high and right leg straight back. Exhale, curl this in. Inhale the left arm high, right leg back. Exhale, curl in again. Inhale, left arm high, right leg back. Exhale, curl this in. Inhale, left arm high, right leg back. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, left arm high, right leg back. Exhale, curl in one more time. Inhale the left arm high, right leg back, and hold. Now you can bend your left knee if you need to, but straighten the leg if you can. Look left. And if you want to bind it, bend the right knee, reach with your left hand. If you find that foot, kick into your hand. Let this pull your shoulders further back and deepen the twist. Now just breathe. Take an inhale. With the exhale, release. Both hands down, both feet down, forward, fold. Now from that fold, take an inhale, lift up halfway. And then with the exhale, set your hands. Let's take it to crow. Palms down. Grip the floor with your fingers. Lift your heels up. And bring the knees to your arms. Look forward. Lean forward. Just go slow and lift your feet together. Toes to touch, heels up toward your seat. And then for flying lizard, bring your feet down. Left leg comes around the left arm. Left foot between your hands from the front. Both palms down. Right knee to the right arm from behind. Now lift your left foot first and squeeze the left arm. Look forward. Lean forward to lift your right foot. Now this is plenty right here. Keep the left leg squeezing. If you want that half firefly, see about extending that left leg straight forward. Try to point through the toes. And then once you're ready, go ahead and take it through another vinyasa. Once you find it down dog, paddle out. Dog, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, bring your knees all the way down to the floor. And legs out from underneath you. Come down onto your back. Now when you're down, pull your knees into your chest and just squeeze everything in tight for a moment and breathe. And then go ahead, release your grip and bring your feet down to the floor. Now, we're going to take this up into bridge, and we're going to take this up a few times, all right? So to open up the front of the body, you're going to have the opportunity to take it to wheel at the very end if you like, and if you want to hold it sooner than that, feel free. But otherwise, feet and knees about hips width distance apart. Bring your heels in close enough that you start with your low back basically flat. And then with an inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. Keep reaching, and just bring the hands down. Now, press the backs of the hands into the floor. Keep your shoulders grounded. Keep your gaze up high. And let's take this up and down. So with an inhale, press your feet, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips high. Exhale, roll your spine back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press your hips up high. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press your hips up high. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift your hips up one more time and hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezing, dig into your heels, keep the shoulders grounded. And then as you're holding this, the hips stay lifted, just bring the arms down to your sides, palms to the floor, and this is good enough. Keep the tension lift. Now if you want to take your bridge deeper, you can bring your hands underneath your hips, maybe interlace the fingers, maybe pull the palms together, maybe work your shoulders further behind your back to open up your chest even more. Keep the hips pressing up high. And then if you want to take it further still, keep the hips lifted, and if you want to go to wheel, release your hands. So the hands come around your head, palms down, fingertips toward the shoulders, elbows high. Now go ahead, press in your palms. You can always lift to the top of your head first, but then straighten your arms. So hips toward the ceiling, chest toward the back of the mat, keep your glutes squeezing. And for either pose, you can always lift your heels if it feels like too much on the low back. But keep the tension moving through the back line of the body to help open up the front, and just keep breathing here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring everything back down to the floor. Now once you come down, pull your knees into your chest and squeeze everything in again. And then curl in. Lift your head and shoulders, bring your nose to your knees. Now go across at the ankles, roll forward to a seat, and then come further to your hands. And we're going to take this into a wide-legged forward fold, and we're going to bring this into Firefly from this point. So just bring yourself up with your hips up high, both hands down, and keep this loose. So the feet are wider than your hips. Keep your knees bent so you're not cranking in the hamstrings too much right away. And just feel this out. So we're going to take this deep forward fold because this is about the easiest entry I know to go into the pose. So the knees stay bent the whole time. And you're going to walk your hands back between your legs, keep in mind. Now you're trying to find as deep a forward fold as possible. So if you look here, I'm walking my hands back, I'm on my fingertips, and I'm using this to pull my torso down between my thighs. Ideally, you get the shoulders between your knees. Get as close as you can. And work to keep your fingertips pointing forward, or if you need to back off of the wrist, you can rotate out 90 degrees. Resist the urge to point the fingers away from you, okay? So again, fingertips forward or out to the side. So from wherever you are, walk your hands back, pull your torso down deep between your thighs as low as you can. And again, fingertips forward or out to the sides. Now this is where you got to have a little bit of faith because you're going to sit this down. So when you're ready, just look down at the floor and then all at once, set the palms, bend the elbows, sit on your arms. Keep the fold and keep your knees squeezing in toward your shoulders. Now if your butt's on the floor, you basically got to do it all over again. But if you're still lifted, you got two options here. You can bring this into the arm pressure pose, which means you bring both feet to center, hook at the ankles, and use that hook to squeeze the legs in. And that will keep you balanced with the legs squeezing into the arms. And if you can keep that engagement with your Firefly, go ahead and release your feet. Point your toes forward, legs still squeeze in. You don't have to straighten all the way, but take it to where you can. The tension of the inner thighs is what keeps you lifted. And if you lose that tension, you just sit it all back down. Now you're welcome to try that again. And if you want to take this a little bit differently, I'm going to cue a different entry to this pose. This is a little bit more core intensive, and this may be a bit more difficult, but it's a good hip opener as well, whether you get all the way there or not. So for this, just come to seated with your knees out wide. And then using both hands, bring the right leg up onto your right arm, and you're trying to get the knee behind the shoulder and get the leg hooked. Now once the knee's not going to go up any higher, press your right arm into the right leg, set that right hand on the floor so you can keep the leg in place. And then as you hold this, use the left hand, work that left leg up your left arm. And again, just get as high as you can. Left hand comes down, and just use this bouncing back and forth onto the hands, and then up to seated, basically to deepen your forward fold. Now, as you're moving like this, try to pull your torso between your thighs as much as you can. The deeper you go, the better. And then we're going to do this basically rolling forward on 3. And then once I get to 3, you're going to point the toes forward, try to shoot your legs straight, and squeeze the inner thighs in toward your shoulders. So from here, 1, 2, and then 3. Toes forward, squeeze the legs in. And ideally, that tension lifts your butt up off the floor. It's much easier to say than it is to do, keep in mind. Go ahead, bring it all the way down when you're ready. And you're always welcome to play around with that further. Now, if you're ready to move on, bring yourself all the way down onto your back. And once you're down, just pull the knees into your chest for a moment and squeeze things in. And we'll take a supine twist variation. So I want you to release the left leg and bring that foot to the floor. So right leg crosses tightly over the left. And think of this as an eagle bind, so really squeeze your legs together tight. Arms out at your sides, both shoulders down. Now tuck your left hip underneath you, bring both knees down to the left side, and bring your gaze over to the right. Now as you're twisting, keep your legs squeezing. Left leg weights the right leg down. Look for the stretch in the outer right hip toward your low back. If you need more, you can use the left hand to press down until you feel that twist. Take a deep inhale here. And then with the exhale, just slowly bring your knees back into center. And let's go ahead and switch to cross. So right foot to the floor. Left leg crosses tightly over the right against an eagle bind. So really squeeze the legs together. When you're ready, just tuck the right hip underneath you. Let your knees sink down to the right. And bring your gaze left. Both shoulders stay down. Now keep the legs squeezing. Use the right leg to weight the left leg down and find the stretch. Outer left hip toward the low back on this side. If you need to use the right hand, you can press till you feel that twist. And just breathe with us here. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring this back to center. Release the cross of your legs. And then pull both knees into your chest for a moment. Now once you're ready here, just release the left leg completely. Extend it out. Left arm down to your side. Now right arm inside the right leg, take hold of the big toe. Once you got that grip, pull down, keep the right hip on the floor. As you're pulling down, press up with the right foot till you can feel that stretch in the back of the right thigh. Now keep the tension working both down and up. Look for that stretch in the right hamstring. If your knee's bent, that's fine. Just keep the tension. And if your leg is straight, draw the big toe directly over your shoulder. Just breathe here. Now, I'm going to take this just a little bit differently. You can always stay here if you like, but otherwise, keep the right leg extended as is, as straight as you can get it, and then switch your grip. Left hand comes to the outside edge of the right foot. Once you have that grip, release the right hand, bring that arm down to your side and keep the right shoulder on the floor. And now to take this further, use the left hand, pull the right leg across your body, and just take it as far as you can without the right shoulder lifting, and feel how that changes the stretch. So a little bit more internal rotation here with the right leg. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just release. Pull both knees in again. And then let's switch this out. So extend the right leg out fully, right arm down to your side. Left arm inside the left leg, find the big toe. Now once you've got that grip, just pull down, keep the hip on the floor. Extend the leg up toward the ceiling, keep pulling down. And just take it until you can feel that stretch on the back of the left thigh. Now if the knee's bent, that's fine. Just breathe into it, hold the tension. And if the leg's straight, draw the big toe directly over your shoulder. And again, just breathe with this here. Now just to change this stretch a little bit, if you're interested, keep the left leg extended as is, but the right hand comes to the outside edge of your left foot. Release the left hand, bring that down to the floor at your side, and keep the left shoulder grounded. And then use the right hand, pull the left leg across your body, and just take it to where you can without that left shoulder lifting. And just breathe here, feel the stretch change. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your grip. Draw both knees into your chest. And pull the knees out wide, but pull down. And try to flatten everything out down to the floor. And as you're pulling down, take a deep inhale here. And with the exhale, just release this. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat for a moment. Now when you're ready, let yourself move again bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then pull back in. Bring the elbows toward your chest. And draw your knees up as well. And just find your way up to a comfortable seat. Now ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale. Hold on to it at the top. And just let everything go. Thank you for joining class. Namaste.